Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in for another video. Before I kind of start off, I just want to thank you guys so much for all the likes, all the comments, all the positive feedback that I've been getting lately. Just want to let you guys know that I've been traveling. I was on the road, just had an event yesterday, so I haven't been able to get back to everyone on some of the comments in regards to the expired rods. So my goal is to catch up on those because I do have a lot of inbox messages in my inbox, I should say. So sorry if I haven't got back to you yet, but I will definitely do so by today or tomorrow. So again, thank you guys so much. The expired video had a lot of great questions, had a lot of comments, and had a lot of inquiries about where to get the expired. So if you have any more questions, let me know on that. But I will be responding back to those hopefully the next couple of days here, once I get caught up. But other than that, again, I just want to thank you guys so much for the views. Today we're going to be talking about the Dobyns Xtasy rod. This particular one is a 724. So basically it's a 7.2 4 power, which is about a medium heavy. And I originally picked it up to throw jigs, and it was a big mistake. I was throwing three, and when I say jigs, 3/8 is typically what I throw. I don't throw anything heavier unless I'm throwing a football jig, but I don't 3/8 ounce swim jigs because I wanted to compare it to the 893 NRX. And it was a terrible idea because this rod is not, this particular model is not built for jigs. I quickly found out that it wasn't because of the way that it was loading, the way that the tip felt, it was just too soft of a tip for it. And then the way that I would flip a 3/8 ounce Texas rig or jig, it just didn't really do well. So I quickly scratched that, and I quickly went over and tied on a Ned rig, 1/5 ounce, I should say, and I quickly found out that that was the sweet spot. I threw 1/5 ounce, basically a Z-Man head with a RoboWarm Ned rig on it, and it was the perfect combination. So I have been using it for Ned rigs ever since. I feel like this rod was built for it. The way that it loads when you're casting it, the way that you can feel every kind of tick at the bottom when you're fishing a Ned rig, the way you can, flip a Ned rig too, to be honest, is just amazing. It's phenomenal. So I recommend this rod for anything kind of lighter side, a 1/4 ounce, 1/5, Ned rigs, 1/4 ounce, maybe swim jigs here and there too as well. But this is by far my favorite Ned rig rod that I've ever used. So, and it's very sensitive. And unfortunately, I'm not going to compare it to an NRX right now because I don't have a comparable rod to my 893 NRX. So when I do get one, in the same length and also in the same power, then I'll do another separate video of a comparison. But for this particular model, I'm going to be talking about Ned rigs on it because that's what I threw. That's what the sweet spot was for it. They get a nice tip, strong backbone. So that's kind of what I throw on it. But let me kind of dive into the specifics of the Dobyns rod. So this is the Xtasy series, like I said, introduced a couple years ago. So it hasn't been out for very long, but it features the Nano Graphite technology from Toray. So that is something new for Gary Dobyns and the Dobyns team. And so this is the first time they introduced that into this lineup. So when that came out, they said, we got to have it, we got to use it, let's do it. So they created the Xtasy series. Beautiful fit and finish. The black and silver is phenomenal. I'm not a big fan of fancy colors, so great job, Gary and the team over there, by building this rod. It is phenomenal. And it features a lot of really great things. Like I said, the Nano Graphite also features the quadruple A grade cork that basically helps, I guess, really transmit subtle bites. So this cork is designed to basically increase the sensitivity, which I think it does the job. And the other thing that I love about it the most is it features the Kevlar wrapping. So if you can look at this, all this wrapping here is basically Kevlar material, and it goes all the way down to the bone. But it basically is Kevlar material to increase the strength of the rod. And I could really feel that when I was throwing a Ned rig and I been catching some 3-4 pound smallies on it. You really get the nice tip at the front, but you also get a very strong backbone. So great job on the design on that one. Kudos to Dobyns on that one. Kind of moving, I'm going to talk a little bit about the butt cap here. This is a really unique design from Dobyns, a little bit different than normal, but this is pretty cool. Obviously the butt cap is pretty normal, but this different cork here is kind of unique, which is nice. One thing that I really love about Dobyns rods is they have this part right here, which is the reel seat. This is basically, you know, cinching down the reel seat. I really like this part here. Because it's more durable than your typical cork. I haven't had any issues on my NRX or any other rods, to be honest, of the cork breaking, but I have had a lot of guys tell me that their cork here has, you know, busted or cracked in half, or there's a crack in it. So I'm glad to see that Dobyns is using this, as this is going to be more durable in the future. And then also they have the painted reel seat, which is a little unique, as it's supposed to increase the durability and longevity of the reel seat. So that's a little unique thing too. And it has a single hook keeper here, which I love these kind of hook keepers. Very simple, very basic. I do prefer the NRX hook keepers a little bit more, because it just has a little, you know, it has an opening, so if you're throwing in a Texas rig, you can just go ahead and cinch it. But this also gets the job done too, and yeah, I like it. And the nice thing about these rods is they feature the Torzite guides, and hands down they are the best guides out there available. I don't think there's anything else that really compares to the Torzite guides. I have it on my Conquest. I have them on the Xtasy rod. I really love them. They're expensive for a reason. So, and they also, you know, not any rod, you know, there's no, you know, not every company can get their hands on Torzite guides. You know, they're proprietary. They're only going to be given out to specific companies for specific rod builds. So that's a nice thing too as well. So I have it paired up with Titanium here. This is the 2020 Shimano Titanium. This is the JDM version, so it offers the smaller spool, and I think it's perfect for what I throw it for, what I throw on it. As like I said, I throw the Ned Riggs on it. So I really like this rod for Ned Riggs. Again, I'm not going to compare this to NX right now because I don't have a comparable rod, but the sensitivity on this thing, like I said, is amazing. It's great, and I have found quickly that this is my go-to Ned Rig rod. Again, this is a 724, basically, you know, a 1/4 ounce to an ounce, basically heavy action is what it is. So basically heavy. What I do also want to talk about too is the nice thing about this is the warranty. Okay, I always harp on it because every single time I talk about a rod, I always talk about the warranty. And Dobyns has one of the best rod warranties out there, if not the best. They have the rod replacement program, whereas basically limited lifetime, where if anything ever happens to your rod, if you broke it, whatever, you ship it in, you pay a replacement fee, and boom, you get a new one. Or they have the other program too, which is like an upgrading your rod, sorry, I should say, which is also kind of unique too, just like St. Croix, where, you know, if you have, let's say, a Dobyns Champion series, you can obviously get that sent in and use it as credit to upgrade to, you know, to get something else. So if you want to upgrade to the Champion XP, HP, XP, you know, if you have like a, you know, Sierra series or Champion series, you want to upgrade from there, you're definitely able to do that. So that's one of the nice things about Dobyns. This isn't my first one. This is maybe my third Dobyns rod. I've had a couple Champions in the past. I've always had great success with them. And then I never had any kind of issues with them too. So I really like this rod in particular for Ned Riggs. So. But stay tuned. I'm going to be looking out to get another Xtasy rod here to kind of do a fair comparison to the NRX. But for now, this is the 724, and this is, you know, kind of my short little review on it. If you guys have any questions, you guys have any comments, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to get, you know, reply back as soon as possible. And if you guys haven't liked and subscribed yet, please go ahead, like the video and subscribe. And just stay tuned, because there's going to be some awesome content coming out, and also some pretty cool giveaways. So go ahead and make sure you guys like and subscribe. Again, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys in the next video.